brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Opposite.
Now ETN to start the drive. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Steps away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. On 4th down on his Logan Cook to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They run it again with Chubb. And some room to maneuver. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage. Now,
and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nick Chubb. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Jaguars at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
61, max box, yeah! Go, go! Hey, Delta!
From midfield now, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another toe for Etienne. And a short gain down to about the 33. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. On the counter, Etienne. And a short gain down to about the 33. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On second down, Etienne once more. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, let's go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A shotgun snap, and again the ETN. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And some room to roam now. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Hey, lock it.
They'll run with ETN. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd down and goal. Lawrence. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Lawrence. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
He's up to the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And again, it's Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need a big play to get things ignited.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They go with Chubb on second down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
They'll try and throw for it here. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to go up top again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
They're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Michael Pittman,
his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And it's now 21-7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And they'll go again with ETN.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
151 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Here's Zach Maas, who played high school football downstate near Miami.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
On the option, they'll hand it to Maas.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Zach Maas
Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And trouble trying the middle here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with into contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Up and good for Santoso. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They go play action with Lawrence. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
It's 4th down.
You go, sit.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 163 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A handoff to Maas on the option. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. They give to Chubb out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They'll set up to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. Touchdown! Nick Chubb, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Colts are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things in this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
That's good for the Jaguars. First down.
Hey,
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 43. Again, it's Lawrence. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
on the set.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go, hey, 5-7.
Lawrence will throw. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hey, orbit.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
running out of the gun with ETN. He'll get it inside the 20.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to 24.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From way up at the 23. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over first and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Colts are going to have it here just past the 25. They'll start on the ground with Maas. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Indianapolis, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll try to make
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy, focus on